Hey, what's up interwebs? I'm that toy guy, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Robots in Disguise Minicon 4-pack. So here's this one. I don't know which wave this is from. I just found this at Winners for $12, so I bought it. Anyways, here's the box, and on the front you get a picture of all four of the Minicons in the set. They all transform in one step, kinda. There's, words and things, and I'm knocking stuff around the table. Franchise name, free scan, if anyone wants the free scan there. There's going to be a lot of those in this video. On this side of the box you have a picture of Hammer and Undertone, which is an interesting name. And on this side of the box you have Anvil and Slipstream. And then on the back you have basically their instructions, which is open them up, and how they interact with the Minicon deployers and the RID figures, and then application instructions. So yeah, that's box. Oh, it bounced. So here are the four Minicons, and you get three Bakugan style ball Minicons and one regular weapon Minicon. So we'll take a look at the one that we've already seen before. This is Hammer, and yeah, he's an exact replica of Hammer from the Crazy Bolt set, just red, which I cannot find for the life of me. I don't know. Ow, just cracked my finger. I don't know where it's gone at all. It's gone missing. But this is the same thing, so I don't really care. But I do like the red and blue a lot better than the white that was on the previous incarnation of this toy. It looks a lot better like this. And his transformation's the same. You just open them up, unfurl the wings, and twist the tail. Now, the robot mode could have used a bit more paint. I mean, on the beak area here, you have some silver and some yellow. Very faint, but there's yellow in the eyes. But the robot mode could have used a lot more paint. But yeah, there's Hammer. Next, we'll take a look at Undertone here, who reminds me a lot of an ice Borok, to be totally honest with you. But he does have a lot of spikes going around here, his roundy circle. Got some very nice sculpted in detail going on across these. There's a lot of nice molded detail on all of these figures. I especially love this right there on the back, the little spine detail. That looks really cool. But you do have some splashes of blue going on. Free scan if you want it, and free scan if you want. Now to transform him, it's very easy. You just pull that and then flip these down. And there you have Undertone in his robot mode. Just look at his face and the yellow on his chest, and that's about all the paint he gains. Then again, these are Minicons, so I mean, who cares? He does have legs and arms, and his articulation is basically at the elbow, and that's about it. He does have all the ports still, so if you get the version of this that comes with all the little sprue bits, you can put those on him. But there's Undertone. Next, we will take a look at Anvil, who is the most round one of the bunch. Like, he's the one who could probably roll around a lot better than the rest of them. And I dropped him. He's purple, and that gray unpainted plastic, and that's literally about it. But yeah, my computer's making a loud noise again. There's a free scan if you want it. And his transformation is the one that is the second one that involves more than one step, which is open this up and then fold down the feet, and why are you making such a loud noise, computer? And there he is in his robot mode, and he gains a lot of paint. You can tell where his paint budget went, all into his robot mode. You got some very nice silver on the legs, some silver on the chest and the face, some red here on the shoulders, and some red for the eyes. And he reminds me a lot of a Mind Wipe. I could see this being called Mind Wipe in Robots in Disguise, because he's like a bat-looking dude. But yeah, there's Anvil. He doesn't stand up too well. You have to kind of get him to balance. And then my favorite of the bunch, Slipstream. So here he is. He's a modified version of his original incarnation. He's not a disc anymore. He's an actual blaster rifle. But if you look at him from this angle, with this being the front, that reminds me of Ultra Magnus' spaceship from Transformers Prime. But no, this is the front. And yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. He does have a third mode, weapon mode, so you can fold that down. And I need a transformer that's handy here. Alpha Trion, because he's the only handy one here. You can plug that into the hand. Now he's holding him as a gun. Actually, hang on. This gun looks a lot like Skydive's. There's a comparison right there, double-barreled and whatnot. I'm curious. I wonder how this looks on Skydive. So here is Skydive, just getting him positioned here. Let's give him the gun, and I like that. That looks cool. The reds do match up a lot nicer, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, there he is as a weapon. He's a little too heavy for Skydive's hand. But yeah. Just getting him out of the way here. To transform him, it's as easy as take these two sections and pull. And there you have Slipstream with a silver and blue gold head and some black and some more black and some fists that look like they're in a very uncomfortable position. And that's about it for, paint. Well, you have that little number there. Free scan. If anyone wants the free scan. So yeah, that is basically all 4 out of focus Minicons. There they are. So if I have to say which one's my favorite, it would have to be Slipstream, and my least favorite would have to be Hammer, just because I already have Hammer, so he's nothing exciting. But yeah, they do come with sprues, like every Minicon, anything really comes with. They come with an Autobot sprue and a Decepticon sprue. So the Autobot one goes for Slipstream, and the Decepticon one goes for Hammer. So Hammer gets all the same little bits that the original Hammer came with, so I'm not really going to show that off. If you want to see what that looks like, I'll put an annotation around Hammer, actually, for that video. And here is Slipstream's bits. And why is the... what? That's for Riot or Despotron. That's not for Slipstream. So yeah, here are Slipstream's bits, so I guess we'll dress him up. So just get him back into his alternate mode here. And you want to take these sections, and there are God, this can be hard to do. There are 2 notches, one right there and one right there, that'll go into those slots. Right, just like that. So I want to take both of these and do that. Then you take these sections here, and you want to make sure that the pegs match up with the holes. So this one goes on this side because they're molded a certain way. Just do that. Oh, that popped off. Just like so. Then you want to take this little section here, his faceplate, and just slide it over top his head. Then you take his 2 guns and you peg them in this way into these little ports here. And there he is, all dressed up. And then you can just do this, and yeah, he's a robot. And these do fall off very easily. That doesn't take much effort, but they can go in his hands. So he has melee weapons, which is pretty cool. Now, I normally don't like the sprue bits because they're a little bit jarring and annoying because they fall off a lot. But come on, faceplate. There we go. These 2 pieces here I really do like, because when he's in gun mode, he has blast effects. That is cool, because we never get effects with Transformers to go with their weapons. Like, how often does that happen? I can only really think of one other time where we had an effect with a Transformer, and that was R.I.D. Strong Arm with her gun. But yeah, let's just put this in Skydive's hand, and boom! Stop! Don't fall over. Don't fall over. There we go. Boom! Now he has blast effects. That's pretty cool. I do quite like that. That's probably the highlight of the set there, is the fact that you get a cool double-barreled gun with blast effects. Or, they can be thrusters too. If you want, you can just blast off into space. But yeah, those are basically the Minicons and, size comparison. So yeah, this is a really cool Minicon set. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is you can take these guys and transform them back, and there's always this peg on the back of them, so you can peg them into the sprue if you want. That's a thing you can do. Don't know why, but sprue. So yeah, overall I would say pick these guys, or pick any Minicon pack up really, but this one specifically, because this is the winner of the set by far. This is actually really, really good. Never thought I'd say that about an RID Minicon, but yeah, this is a really good Minicon, and these aren't bad. I mean, you can get him with a better figure with Crazy Bolt, if you can still find Crazy Bolt. You probably can at like a Winners or a Marshalls, or if you have any stores like that, you could probably still find Crazy Bolt. And I know you can get these two individually because I've seen them. Stand up. He doesn't like standing, I will say that. He's probably my least favorite because he doesn't stand. So yeah, that has been my look at the Transformers Robots in Disguise Minicons from a certain wave that I don't remember. And I'm that toy guy, and stay tuned for my next video.